Hey guys, it's Steph from the Hot Moon Podcast. So, oh man, I've really been liking Marcus Morris. Senior, he was on a podcast a few weeks ago on Yahoo, just talking about the whole Luka trade and a myriad of other situations. What's going on in Philly with Daryl Morey and his comments about Morey using AI and I like him. I do, and I want to give this brother a chance as he is now making just a bigger media circuit. ESPN this week had introduced a new guy to the ESPN family, and Peter Schrager, who was doing Good Morning Football on the NFL network. After he had quickly parted that, he quickly joined ESPN, and he was on First Take. So now we're starting to see what Peter Rosenberg more often. So ESPN is really introducing these guys slowly. I know they had their layoffs a couple years ago, but it seems like now, I'm not saying these are hires, but these are guys that are coming as contributors, one-off contractors. Who knows if they're going to get a bigger deal down the road to be permanent fixtures within ESPN. And I like Marcus Morris. I really do. He seems like a really good personality. I really enjoy his basketball insight. But boy, was today rough for him on TV. But when I say rough, he's played the game. Obviously, he's been in the league, so he knows what he's talking about. So you think, he's has better insight than the average viewer. We understand that. But damn, he said Jokic isn't a top 20 player. That was a huge controversy. Stephen made a joke saying, "Hey, finally someone can get some heat off of me." And I do understand this point about Jokic not being a top 20 player, because his whole standpoint was that, hey, he is not he's not ready to put him up there right now, despite his 3 MVPs and NBA championship. He's not a top 20 player in his eyes. For me, I haven't made a top 20 list, but I feel confident that I would put Jokic in there. Very curious to see just people's general top 20, and I really got to be convinced that Jokic doesn't belong in there. I'm not. So that was another hot one. Okay, and then the other one, man, there was a question of like, is Curry the most feared player in the NBA? And Marcus Morris decides to say Kawhi Leonard. Guys, when I heard this, because I caught this early this morning, man, or at least on DVR, and I thought, man, I almost fell out my chair, man. And then I had to hear his explanation. I was really wanting to hear I was really trying, and his explanation just was not good enough, man, for Kawhi Leonard to be the most feared. Look, maybe 8-9 years ago, maybe even up until this 2019 championship run, maybe bits and pieces of when he was playing healthy during the regular season, and in 2020 to 2023, 2024. I maybe, but no, he's not healthy enough to be the most feared. Now, when he was the one of the best elite two-way players, and he was still playing like that. And look, man, LeBron's winning for a lot of people, man. Guys, we look at these guys, and because LeBron James plays a lot of games, some of our star players play a lot of games. Not some of them. LeBron's really one of the only few star players that plays a lot. A lot of these guys, you really see how injury prone they get. And unfortunately, Kawhi Leonard is one of those dudes, man. Is he the most feared? No. If Kawhi Leonard is healthy, I've said this many times, when healthy, he's one of the best players in the league, top 10 player, top 5 player in the league when healthy. You always got to add that asterisk. And if I got to add an asterisk to your name for qualifiers, you're not a feared player, man. It's just simple as that. I get it. He's played against Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard's probably been in some games where he's cooked Marcus Morris. And that's understandable. He's going based on his experience and what he's witnessed going up against him. Okay. But then to not have Jokic be considered one of the more feared players, considering what he can do, just from an offensive standpoint, as a big surprise, but he's not top 20. Interesting take from Marcus Morris, man. Look, I'm not going to flame up Kawhi. If you've seen my vids in the past, you know where I stand on Kawhi Leonard at this point. But damn, this was not a good first day in the office. But I do like the fact that he's willing to speak his mind and his opinion. whether we agree with it or not. And he seems very confident. He seemed just overall, his presence on the show was very good. Even though, I mean, the Peter Rosenberg guy, he's on this hip hop radio show or channel or station, and I mean, look, man, Peter Rosenberg, he's good. I like Peter, he's okay, all right, but I mean, he's just, I don't know, I'm still kind of him on First Take. I'm getting used to when he makes his appearances, but he's not that bad. But Marcus Morris was, he carries himself very well. He seems very, media savvy. At this point, and it's crazy because you never really hear the Marcus twins or the Morris twins speak publicly. They have been more often. I believe they have their own podcast. So, I mean, prior when they came in the league, they looked like, NBA twin goons, NBA tough guys. And then you realize, just like Kendrick Perkins, I didn't know Kendrick Perkins had a mouth like this. I didn't know Marcus Morris was this charismatic the way he comes across. So I do like him. So despite me disagreeing and a wild ass take with Marcus, with him agreeing with Marcus, from Marcus Morris saying Kawhi Leonard is the most feared, absolutely insane take. But I got to put it in the lens of maybe he played against him and dealt with peak Kawhi when he was healthy. But overall though, hopefully we'll have better days for Marcus Morris. I'm gonna give this brother a chance. I think people liked him when he was on the Yahoo podcast speaking. It was a sports show on Yahoo Sports. It was a podcast on Yahoo Sports. I don't know if it was Yahoo Sports' own podcast. Either way, like, okay, I can see this guy in a TV setting. And I think right now this is his first trial at it. And, this is maybe he's doing shock content. I don't know. Shock value. I don't know. Or this is true conviction. But overall, I like Marcus. Good job on First Take outside of some of the couple takes that was just really out there. Wow, I didn't know he could go that far. But anyways, y'all know what y'all think of Marcus Morris had to say about Steph Curry not being the most feared and Kawhi Leonard. Man, anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. I'm out.